Now, who dares to wake me up from my slumber again, huh? Was it you? um, I'm sorry. It's a little hiccup there for a second, but we're here again. We met again, you and me. How is everyone doing? I hope everyone has a good day ahead. It's been quite a while. And now, preparing to... What is it? What's the word again? Anyway, let's get back to what we're doing. And that is to soothe your soul once again. When script fails, admit it to us, but we're doing something a little bit more special. Let's have a look. As you see here, we have a comment from next door neighbor from a previous ASMR reading session. It reads, "Hey, this was lovely. I wrote the second script. It was interesting to see a live reaction to it. Hope you like the other parts as well." And then I replied, "No worries. I'll make a one-take series on that in the next ASMR session." The ASMR reading, meaning, if it loads, the second part of the first ASMR reading series being taking precautions when learning magic. I just figured out that next door neighbor was our good friend Virgil Grade 592 on Reddit, because he put on a master list to which we can take a look at. Apologies, I had to cough it out real quick. Sorry. We have these following script things here, but the most interesting, the most relevant we take a look at is the Lich Partner, which obviously has parts 8 so far. And then it's still ongoing, so we probably might have to see it in another ASMR reading session, but we're doing something a bit more special other than that. But just to give you a little bit of a perspective on this little venture that will be going. A benefactor has launched a new ASMR channel called ASMR, which you can actually check it out on YouTube. It's in soft launch at the moment because it only has 2 stories so far, which are After the Villains Fail to Overthrow the Gods, which I actually have as read, and the story of the first Maria, which is actually her lore, which is voiced by herself. Now, where did that came from? We're making it a 3rd series this time, but on a specified one take, so which means we're gonna have to voice act all 8 parts of this. This is going to be a little bit interesting, if I do say so myself. So without further ado, let's go ahead and give ourselves some beating here with the tabs. It's going to take a while, but I promise it will be just worthwhile when we attempt to voice act these at once. So, let me give myself some few minutes to prepare, and I'll be right back. On second thought, we'll have to make do with the tabs later, as if all been improved for easier convenience. Let's go ahead and start this one take with the first part of the Lich series titled Missing Wife. Husband gets home like nothing happened. Trigger warning, mention of death. So this is from, again, Virtual Grade 592. What was that again? Let me take a look at the previous one on my phone, so that's also to avoid any interruptions in my PC. It's lagging a lot. I too sincerely apologize. Next door neighbor it is. The next door neighbor was the one that was Virtual Grade 592, so Virtual Grade 592, next door neighbor, this one's for you. Or rather, this stream is for you. So let's begin. So let's do the introductions. Hello, this is my first post. I don't know all the protocols of the sub, but I think I got most of it in the title. There's a slight trigger warning for the script. Death will be mentioned. It will be a big part of the script. It will be in the background. And also Virtual Grade puts this in the script, but let's not get into the details. I wonder if I could actually make a script into this, or are there some other alternative? I think a similar format what she's using in the blogs, I suppose. It's okay to fill the script and make minor adjustments. Asterisks indicates a tone or mood and is suggested to have the VA. Brackets indicates actions that happen during the script, mainly for pauses, but sometimes adds sound effect. Please keep to for writing the script with a link in the comments so I can find your audio. Okay, that is pretty much what it is this is pretty much the terms and conditions there. So let's go ahead and begin with the first part of the series. Also, do take note that I'm actually a little bit fine with this because it's A for A. And A for A is, aligned with my expertise. Having a little bit of dynamic to it, Of course, I could go for F for A, but that's beside the point. A for A is just totally fine. Anyway, let's begin. Honey, wake up. I made breakfast. Did you sleep well? You look like you've seen a ghost. Am I okay? Of course, sweetheart. Where have I been? Here at home, of course. But I got caught up at the office last night. You were already asleep when I got back. What do you mean I was missing for 2 weeks? You called the police and searched all throughout town for me? Did you have a vivid imagination? No, I'm certain I was not gone for any longer than a day. Oh, sweetie, relax. Right here, I'm not in any trouble. No, I'm not lying about my whereabouts. How about you tell me the last time you saw me and I'll tell you what happened after? Yes, we drove together to the garage for the repairs for your car. Went back home and the guy I called was needed at the office, so I went to work. Later I called you that I wouldn't be home in time for dinner. The problem was that several sewing machines caught fire. I had to deal with it. Luckily, my employees aren't idiots and used the fire extinguisher before the whole room was ablaze. Do I think they'll still complain and drag their feet during the next fire drill? Oh my god, those noises again! Oh my Christ! Oh my god. It's already morning in here. I do sincerely apologize for this, for the slight inconvenience, or probably a major inconvenience already, but it's already morning and I hate mornings when I do stuff like this. Possibly the studio is gonna get a remediation soon, but, you know, let's just get going. Basically, I had a busy night. When I got home and found you already sound asleep and I joined you in bed. I woke up several minutes ago, boiled a couple eggs, made toast. Woke you up and I got into this argument. Oh yes, the garage and fires happened on the third. Why do you ask? Now honey, today is the 4th, not the 18th. All the data on your phone might be just a glitch. Well, Google says it's the 18th. Shit. Okay, honey, I was not ready for this conversation yet, but there's no hiding you anywhere. First of all, don't get scared. I'll never hurt you. Okay, then. Here it comes. I am a lich. Yes, one of those undead wizards. Last night, or 2 weeks ago, I guess, I went to confront a monster hunter that discovered my true nature. Normally I can capture them and erase their memories, but this one apparently got their hands on some explosives and blew us both up. Normally my corpse turns into magical energy and reforms near my Phylactery in a couple hours, making me alive and well again. This time, however, I must have been completely evaporated. My Phylactery had to make a new body from scratch, and that takes time. That has been happening the last 2 weeks. So don't worry, sweetie, I was not missing nor had run away. I was merely dead. Oh dear, you look terribly terrified. Relax, it's alright, you're safe. Just ask me any questions and I'll be completely honest. No more secrets. No, liches do not hate the living. We are hardly the undead you're thinking of. All of my organs work as normal. My blood flows like any other, and I need food and air to keep this body functioning. The only difference is that my consciousness is not located in my body, but in an object. As long as that object is safe, our bodies will reform after it dies. We get to continue living. This object we call a phylactery. Do we eat people's souls? We can, but we don't need to. Your soul is magical energy we can use, but this energy naturally flows across Earth and we can easily tap into that. Only for the most difficult spells would you need to use souls. Think spells that summon armies of the dead or divert entire asteroids. Yes, I have consumed souls before, but only once. It was a long time ago and needed to save me and my friends. Can we move on, please? Not that I've told every event in my past, otherwise more than 2 weeks will pass before I'm done. Can you at least know my age? Certainly, honey, but I lost track after several changes in calendars. I've been around for 6 millennia, from even before the Upper Kingdom conquered the Lower Kingdom in Egypt. Thank you. I do my best to look well for my age. Honey, you're still worried. Don't worry about that, Hunter. Ejectini has most certainly perished. Besides, nobody could possibly harm you. You see this wedding ring? It's not just a declaration of love. It's also my way to protect you. For this ring is my phylactery. I can sense danger in the area of this ring. I can cast spells from it. If anyone has hostile intentions, I can evaporate them if we can even see you. If rocks were to fall on you, I could teleport you out of the way. You have a virus. When it enters your body, it will destroy it before it can even infect any of your beautiful cells. In short, I'll not allow any harm to come your way. Someone's coughing out there. That is so disgusting. I'm so sorry. Oh. Spying on you with a ring. Now that is a good idea. Next time you undress, I might use it. Oh my dear, I'm just kidding. I promise I would never use the to invade your privacy, and I never will. Besides, if I wanted to see something private, I would just rip those pajamas off of you. Getting sassy, aren't we? Regaling how you'd stop my dad's ugly plans. But you open the ring and mouth, too. Not bad. Not bad at all. Do you forget how heavy that burden is? Can you feel it? How heavy the ring is? Isn't it precious to you? Oh? Would I still love you, Virgo? Of course. Though I wouldn't trust you with the ring. What's going to happen next? As far as I'm concerned, nothing has changed. I still love you. I want to spend our lives together. What do you mean me going missing? Well, normally I would skip town and start to live somewhere else. But I won't abandon you and force you to move away from your friends and family. I guess I could erase everyone's memories from the last few weeks, but that's quite risky. I could also pretend I was held hostage and arranged a fake release. Oh, look, let's just wait until the breakfast. Plan my miraculous return is better on a full stomach. Okay, so that has actually quite very interesting turn of events there, but at least we got ourselves quite an introduction. Let's have a look at the second part before any of these starts to pile up on me. Okay, so I think they're kind of aware about this. So, okay, so let's have part 2 of this whole series titled Lich Partner has a plan to cover up their disappearance. So, there's no summary, there's just the T&Cs. So let's go ahead and get this going. Actually, you know what? I'll probably have some tunes right here to make up for myself, so just give me a minute. Okay, way too much noises. Oh my god. I hate this thing. Okay. Way too much noises. Let's just get this done fast. Hi, dear. Welcome up. Where am I? Of course, in front of you, silly. Still can't see me. Well, then you have to use your other senses. Finally figured out where I am. Good. I probably don't need this invisibility spell anymore. Whew. How do you like that trick? I know, right? There's so many pranks possible, and the best thing is I can share it with you. Yes, if you ask nicely, I'll cast a spell on you too. Oh, I haven't spent all day causing mischief. What do you take me for? Poltergeist? Leeches are busy creatures, you know. I've been planning my grand return from going missing. The police did quite a big search for me in town, so I cannot just show up here. My plan for now is to have the police find me captive by some nefarious criminal. Discovering such criminals is surprisingly easy with some magic. And a group of people traffickers that have a depot in the area. From the looks of it, they keep their captives there without a guard. All I need to do is tip off the police and hide among the prisoners. How do you feel about it, darling? Oh, too risky. But there's no risk. I'm quite capable of fighting back in case any criminal wants to hurt me. Even if they surprise me, I will not stay dead. Should the police somehow not find me, I can just turn invisible and escape on my own. Oh, come on, you're not going to lose me to a piece, silly. Oh, hey. Hey, sweetie. What's wrong? You're really afraid I won't come back, aren't you? Oh, honey. I won't abandon you. No force on earth can separate us, not even death. You're still shaking. Come on here, let me give you a hug. Does that feel better? My disappearance must have spooked you. That I was never far away. In fact, I was right here. On your finger. You can let go of that fear now. Never again you'll have to search for me. Never again will you be lonely. No matter what, I'll still be here for you. My secret has overwhelmed you, but honey, I promise once this is over we can resume our normal lives. It's just this last hurdle we had to get over with. I know, it sounds dangerous, but I've done this before, my dear. In fact, I'm more dangerous than the criminals, so it should be them that tremble in fear. No need to apologize, sweetie. Your concern is very endearing. What will we do after? Well, we have 2 weeks to catch up on, so I'm thinking we spend quite some time together. Maybe eat a resto, visit a zoo, go to the moon. The last option got your attention. Yeah, I'm certain you'll like the moon, especially the first time. It's a surreal experience. Don't we have to wait to visit the moon? I need to replenish my energy for a couple of weeks. So for now, we'll have to make do with normal dates. Oh, how can I turn invisible and not be teleported to the moon? Illusions are significantly easier than teleportation. With illusions, we only need to change the frequency of light, a relatively easy task. With teleportation, you'd need to break down each of my molecules precisely and reform them in a new place. Creating matter is surprisingly intensive and never let an office physician try it. If something goes wrong, the consequences can be lethal, like you have a hole in your heart and you lack a spine. Luckily, this lovely lich has performed innumerable teleportations without fail, so there's no risk of your pretty face getting messed up. Oh my god, those noises are being so annoying in the ass right now. Let's just get this over with. Long-term plans? If my magical nature hasn't scared you off, I've planned to spend the rest of our lives together. Nothing needs to change. We just go on with our jobs and keep our friends. The only thing that might change is that I cast a spell once in a while to make your problems go away. However, if you don't mind it, I do want to bring some changes to our lives. I want to show you a world of magic, starting by testing your magical potential. Maybe you can even cast spells yourself. Wouldn't that be great? It's wonderful to see you excited. I can already picture you with the wizard hat and the great grey beard. Wait, you want to test it now? Oh honey, I have to give you a disclaimer first. Few people are able to cast spells and almost none are strong enough to become a leech. Of my previous partners, only one would cast spells, and all he could do was levitate an object. So don't feel ashamed you cannot use magic. Maybe it is better to wait until I'm back from being kidnapped. After all, I cannot let you experiment with magic without me there to guide you. Otherwise, any kind of accident could happen, like blowing up our house. Oh, come on. Don't be sad. Even if you aren't a magician, I can cast enough spells for the both of us. In fact, that might be the better outcome for you. You don't have to go through the trouble of learning the spells, and you only need to ask me to do it for you. But tonight, we can forget about magic. Let's relax and have some simple fun. And I know exactly how to start the evening. That actually was kind of sweet, but I'm a little bit worried about her being a lich in the first place, though. Like, how did she become a lich? That is the question. So let's go ahead and make do with the third one, which is... Police brings your Lich Partner back, it says. Okay, so... Please, your Lich Partner back home. That is one good story. Alright, I have to make do with the noises real quick. I'll be right back. For now, enjoy the music. Okay, studio lights are now on. We have to continue with the part 3. Hello, City. It's me. I'm okay. Oh, I missed you too. Feels like ages since I heard your voice. Oh, where am I? On my way home. A nice police officer offered to drive me home. What happened? A lot. The short version is I got kidnapped by human traffickers, but I am okay now. The police found me. Wait, hold on, slow down, honey. One question at a time, please. Yes, I'm moving out right now. I'll be there in a few minutes. No, I'm not hurt. My wrists feel a bit stiff from handcuffs, but nothing more. What about you? Are you okay? Okay, good. That's good to hear. I don't know who took me. Some hooded strangers dragged me and helped me in an improvised prison. The police caught them and they faced criminal charges. I'm still a bit shaken. The officers assured me they caught them all, but I can't shake the feeling one was still there. I know you're there for me, just a bit longer to get relax your arms, and you'll keep me safe, right, sweetheart? Yes, I'm laying there. I can always see your house. Okay, you better hang up now and head to the door. You want to meet me on our porch after all this time, would you? Hey, sweetheart! I never want to leave these. I'm singing. Oh, yes. Introductions, honey. This isn't the police officer who rescued me. Officer? It's my partner. Can we offer you something to drink? We understand you must be very busy with this case. Well, we won't hold you up anymore. Once again, thank you for all you did. Home, sweet home. Man, that was tiring. Yes, everything went fine. The cops just took their sweet time finding the place. A dark, dank, makeshift prison isn't the worst place I had to sleep, but my bed is still 100 times better. Okay, don't worry, the police believed me. Honey, I faked my death plenty of times. A fake abduction is child's play. What are the crimes I have committed? Plenty. But I never tried to harm someone. I mainly committed blasphemy and treason, but that was because either the church or state were abusing innocence. I put a stop to it. Though my proudest crime is one, theft. The theft of your heart, of course. It is my most prized possession. And what are you gonna do about it? Call the cops? I heard they have a big new case that takes up all their time. Still money return? I'd like to see you try. Lovely. But you forget I'm the great and powerful Lich. It takes more than a kiss to steal my heart. Pancakes? You think you can sway me with delicious pancakes? Okay, I give up. You win. Now get to cooking before my stomach complains again. Hi, honey. I really appreciate you. The last few days must have been overwhelming. I have been handling it wonderfully. You know, it's difficult when you discover a big secret of your partner. I want you to know I'm here for you and I will not keep any more secrets. That means so much to me, darling. I trust you too. Oh, the pancakes are done already. Well, let's start eating. I'm starving. Bon appetit. Okay, that was kind of cheesy, but Okay, that's pretty much all I can say at this moment. Part 4. Come on. I controlled over here, it's obvious. So unfortunate. Fortunately, there's no control over in up here, so I kind of feel safe. Anyway, part 4, coming right up. Okay, scenario. A couple of days have passed since the police brought your Lich partner back home. Your partner has been searching the house for something. Eventually, they appear with a crystal ball in hand. Oh, here it is. As good as when I first made it. No speck of dust inside. Oh, this is a crystal ball. Why does it look like something else? Why is it on the table? Because you need it for the test. The test that measures your magical potential. Yes, I want to test it now. I've been curious ever since we started dating, but if you aren't ready yet, then we can wait. Oh, you're curious too? What are we waiting for then? Come take a seat. Now, before we begin, I'm going to explain the basics of magic. That way you won't be too confused or surprised even if you cast it. So, magic is an energy that flows all around us. It can manipulate the world. For example, by turning lead into gold. Normally, this energy is practically zero and has no effect on the world. However, living creatures can attract this energy and influence it. That's how we can cast spells. We draw a certain amount of magic onto us and release it at the correct frequency to do what we want it to do. It is difficult to learn the correct frequency for a new spell, but once you know it, it becomes easy to do again. Luckily, you have a brilliant partner that can teach you countless spells. It's confusing. Okay, let me try using a metaphor. Think of magic as air. It is everywhere. It doesn't have much direct influence, but if we ignore hurricanes, however, people can breathe in air and release in specific frequencies to form words. In the same manner, people can breathe in magic and cast spells by releasing it. Oh, okay. It's not the best explanation, but you get the picture, right? Okay, good. Then we can continue to the test. No, it isn't difficult. We're just going to test how much magic you can absorb and release. In the terms of the metaphor, we're testing your lung capacity. For most people, this capacity is too little to cast spells, so they'll be very disappointed if it shows nothing. How we're going to test it is simple. This crystal ball is going to do the trick. You're going to try and light this ball up. The brighter it becomes, the more potential you have. Okay, don't worry about it. Lighting up stuff is the simplest trick. I'll help you. You ready? Okay. Place your hands on the crystal. Now focus on the center. Picture a light in the middle of the ball. Think of a specific light, like a flame, a certain lamp or the sun. Imagine that it is in the ball. No, don't give up. Keep going. Keep concentrating. You have to think if it's real and it will become real. Now imagine a ball shining. Force it to shine. Make it light up by thinking of it as lighting up. It's beginning. Excellent. You're doing it. You're casting magic. Now imagine it growing. Imagine the light expanding. Yes, that's it. Just keep going. Oh, don't stop. Make it as bright as possible. Think of the brightest star. Imagine this crystal being that star. Oh, crap. Didn't see that coming. Why did the light literally be blinding? Hey, stop flailing around. It's fine. I'll fix it in a moment. So first I have to restore my own sight. Oh, better. Your turn next, learning. There. Can you see again? Good. Sit back down again, please. You look quite shaken. It's okay. You did fine. But I'm finding the facts. No, honey, don't be afraid. Nothing dangerous happened. Your magic was just a lot larger than I expected. I'll teach you how to use it safely though, so don't be scared. Okay, what happened just now? Sweetheart, you casted magic and not even a little. You've created enough light to blind us. Oh my god, I got an alarm. God damn it. I might have been a little bit too pushy, however, now we know your potential. Besides, I cured us, so no harm, no foul. Oh yes, honey. You're a wizard. You're a strong one at that. You have an incredible potential equivalent to a lich. Yes, you are roughly as powerful as me. Don't let that get to your head, though. I have far more experience. Okay, Cindy, I don't think you realize what this means. It means you can do all the magic I can, and you'll have someone to teach you. You don't know what to learn first? How about becoming a lich? Yes, I remember Hans said very few people could become mages and even few liches. But honey, you won the magical lottery. You're 1 in a billion that can turn to a lich. And you don't know how glad I am because of that. Of course I want that for you, my love. I want to spend day forever with you. You'll make a great lich, I'm sure of it. And if you don't, then I'll be twice as lichy to compensate. I'm glad you're excited. We've done enough for today, but tomorrow we can go shopping for Phylactery. Okay, I accidentally closed the tab, but that is one great script to put in here. I'm actually a little bit curious about what he can do with the magic anyway, so props to you for making that count. Or actually, in terms of speaker listener, props to listener for making that count. Maybe Aga can turn it to a story if I can request that, although that might take some little time. We'll leave it for another episode though, but for now, let's make do with the noises and come back to it with the next script. Okay, so I just had to fix the pin. Someone had to fix the pin first. So, okay, so I had this little bit of a curiosity where you ace Marine while at the same time you do cosplay. I've seen Aga do that a couple of times. So I probably might request for manifestation with his body so I can, or actually her body, so that I can cosplay as just myself while I swim at the same time. I think that would be great. Anyway, let's make do with part 5. Hey, we're halfway already. Let's keep ourselves up. Title: Shopping for Phylactery. The scenario is your Lich Partner took you to a busy shopping center to shop for Phylactery. Alright, sweetheart, what do you want to look first? Oh, you don't know? Then let me make a suggestion. Usually us Liches make a piece of jewelry or phylactery, not because you can wear them, thus keeping them on you at all times if you want to, and because they're pretty and show off our wealth. No, honey, you cannot pick something at random. This item will contain your soul for life. It should fit you. You wouldn't want to forever carry around something that doesn't fit you. Oh, sure, sweetie. Doesn't need to be anything extravagant. I know very lavish apparel isn't your thing. Still, you deserve beautiful jewelry. If you don't want to make it your phylactery, you should nonetheless buy it. Oh, come on, darling, don't be silly. Of course we can afford anything you like. I run a very lucrative business. Besides, I can turn lead into gold in any time. You'll learn how to do that as well. So we have plenty of money. Now stop worrying about it and begin looking at what you like. Okay, I swear, if I keep being concerned about the cost, I'm going to make all prices invisible. You won't be able to tell how expensive it is. Hey, don't pull that face. It's like you're pulling teeth. This is supposed to be fun and relaxing. Okay, yeah, I know, you're no fan of shopping, but I did not imagine you would hate it. It certainly looks like you're despising it. It's not the shopping. What's wrong? Oh, honey, I didn't know you felt this overwhelmed. You've had to adapt a lot. You had to adapt a lot in the last few weeks. Not only discovering that I'm a mage, I also have magic. It has come to you all at once, hasn't it? Don't worry. We can go at your pace. We don't need to do anything today. It's okay, sweetheart. You're doing everything right. You don't need to become any kind of magician if it's too much of you. Let go of that pressure and the fear of failing. You look a lot calmer. How are you feeling, honey? That's good to hear. What about the prospect of learning magic? Do you need time to think about it? Wait, you're not deterred? You want to learn magic? Oh, sweetheart, that's wonderful. And don't worry, we shall go at a pace you're comfortable with. Now, I'd still like to find some pretty jewelry for you. It doesn't need to be your future phylactery, it can be something nice and beautiful to wear. After all, you deserve a treat. Maybe after you've worn it for a while, you decide if you like it enough to make it your phylactery or not. Yeah, you think it sounds like a good idea as well? Then in a way, my dear, show me what you like. I guess it's just about the shopping and overview here, but still a bit nonetheless, because there's still a background from the last few episodes, which is pretty much an alliance with everything else here, so I'm kinda glad that worked out. Also, a bit unrelated here, but Agach actually told me when she does cosplays, you know, because she has to do it as her own self. She has to do sword voices like mine here, so that kind of like competing like away here, like Shota away. He was very amazing. I actually had to look up to him for that. But, I sometimes wonder if I can compete with him because he's way too much of an amazing being to be able to compete with all these voices. Maybe if there's a time where he and I can meet again, we can meet at a, or probably some time that he and I meet, then maybe, just maybe, he can actually have some advice for me, then possibly I can make it on his level. Maybe on some certain levels that aren't the same as his, but no, that's just my guess. But anyway, I'm not trying to compete with Aoi, but in terms of Aga anyway, she actually had to do it in a soft voice other than mine, so that's just stunning to say the least. Part 6 coming right up. Okay, so let me see. Stream time is now already an hour. Part 6 and we're already an hour? That's so rare. I must have been a fast reader. Okay, it's now your time. The listener begins their first lesson in learning magic with their partner. For some reason, the speaker brought the listener into the middle of a desert. Oh, we're here. Perfect place to practice the magic. But why are we in the desert? Because nothing out here. There are none of people who could spot us doing magic. There's no collateral damage it could cause you. And most importantly, there is peace and quiet. A perfect environment to concentrate. Yeah, this is basically our playground. Here you're free to experiment with magic to your heart's content. Magic lessons would take place here. Oh, is that too rough for you? Do you find it uncomfortable sitting all this sand? If only there was some mystical power that could help. Come on, oh honey, I won't do it for you. You have to do it on your own. How else are you going to learn to cast magic? Okay, sweetheart, a demonstration is hardly going to help. I doubt you'd learn anything by just watching me cast magic. You will only see the effect it has, not the process of the magic itself. I'll show you why it wouldn't work. There, a bolt of lightning leapt from my hand. After an amazing demonstration, can you repeat it? No? That's what I thought. It's not easy to cast magic, honey. You can just wave your hand and it happens. It's like learning to walk or talk. Right now, you're stumbling and blabbering, but with time and guidance, you can run. So let us begin with a small step at first. The sand is too hot, right? It's not quite a comfortable temperature. I'll teach you how to cool it down. First, visualize what you want to happen. Imagine the sand getting cool, like when night falls in the desert. The heat seeps away and the grains of sand get nice and cool. Now picture which part of the sand gets cold. Look at your meat. It's the sand beneath it that you want to cool. Okay, keep that image in your mind. Stay focused on the cold sand. Now breathe in. Feel the magical energy build up in the back of your mind. Now let the energy flow through your mind, absorbing your image of cold sand. And finally, breathe out, letting some magic leave your mind. Ah, that's it. It's working. Oh yes, great. Certainly created something magical. I just didn't expect you to design the sand blue. Just a bit more practice and I'll be the greatest painter known to man. Okay, sweetie, I'll be serious. I won't laugh even though you look ridiculous standing on blue sand. Okay, what went wrong? The frequency of the spell changed. When the magical energy moves through your brain, you'll change it to a specific frequency so that it will do what you want it to do. This is why you need to keep imagining what you want to happen. Your brain changes the energy to the frequency of the image you focus on. And I think you got distracted or associated cold with blue for a moment. That changed the spell from cooling the sand to changing its color. Oh, sweetheart, don't be discouraged. Magic is genuinely difficult. You already did great by creating any magical effect. Usually when a magician doesn't have a clear enough image in their mind, if they get distracted, for example, but the spell doesn't work. The frequency is too messed up to do anything. But you still made it clear enough to have an effect, so you did well for your first time. Just keep trying and you'll get the hang of it. Yeah, I mean it. For a first attempt it was good. And I know you'll get better if you keep trying, so please give it another go. Okay, good, honey. Picture what will happen in your mind. Breathe in, let the magic float in your skull, and breathe out. Let the magic float out. Nothing happened. That's okay. When I try to learn a new spell, it can take hours or even days before I get it right. It's frustrating trying over and over again with no results, but that's just being part of being a magician. This is simply part of the learning process. Okay, you want to try again? Wonderful, honey, go ahead. Oh, you wanted me to be quiet? Okay, I won't disturb your concentration. Sweetie, I know it's frustrating that nothing happened again. Just relax. Oh, no, you're not doing anything wrong. It simply takes practice. But I can see you getting frustrated, so I think a break is in order. Let's get your mind off failure. And I have a perfect way to do it. Here you go. It's snuggly in my arms. Now let me show you how amazing it can be. Now let me show you how amazing magic can be. Oh, yeah, you're not seeing things. We're not really flying. I know this isn't really always your favorite superpower. See that tiny blue spot down there? That's where we stood a few moments ago. It's amazing, isn't it? Being so high up. Feel like the wind in your hair. All this is possible with a little magic. And you can learn this as well. No, it's too difficult for you, but in a year or two you're ready for this. You can't wait for it. First learn to fly by chopping off a tree. Would you let it be let go now? I'm kidding. You're sick with me, darling. I'll never let you fall. But when you're done, I'll pick you back up. Okay, you're feeling better. You ready to get back down and try to spill again? Okay, I'll fly us down. Here you are, back on terra firma. Take a moment to breathe. Relax and feel calm. When you feel ready, then begin casting your spell. What? Honey? Why did you jump back? It's gotten too cold. Okay, hang on, let me feel this out. Ooh, that's freezing. Congrats, sweetheart. You certainly nailed it. In fact, you did a bit too well. You made it far too cold for comfort, but that's a minor problem. I'll get more self-control over the temperature the more you practice the spell. We can work that another time now. I think we should celebrate your first success as a mage. How to celebrate, I wonder? Perhaps like this? Congratulations, my dear. You're officially a spellcaster. And in my opinion, the most handsome mage in the world. How do you feel? Tired and hungry? That's understandable. Your first time with magic is intense. And if you succeeded your first spell, I think we could call it a day. I'll teleport us back to town and we can enjoy dinner in peace. Here, hold my hand. Ooh, okay, so listeners now using magic for the first time. Took some time and effort, but I think he has learned to just once. That's just commendable. First day to have two magic spells being casted all at once. Wow, that is amazing. Okay, part 7. Then we can get back to part 8 already. Good lord. So no synopsis. Let's just get in here. Darling, why are you still in bed? Oh, there you are, sleepyhead. Don't you think that it's time to get up? Okay, no, you don't need to get up. You want to stay in bed. I can see those bags under your eyes. When did you go to bed anyway? Oh, sweetheart, you need to take better care of yourself. It's not good to stay up until the sun rises. What made you stay up that late anyway? It's very commendable how dedicated you are to learning magic. However, you don't need to push yourself this much. If you're tired, it's counterproductive to keep learning. You're better off going to bed early and starting fresh in the morning. I know it can be frustrating when you're stuck on a spell. You keep trying and trying, but nothing happens. It's completely normal. It has happened plenty of times to me. Sometimes the spell was so difficult it took me years for me to master, and in all my studies, the most important lesson I learned is to take your time. So do not worry about any failed attempts. You can always try again tomorrow. Taking care of yourself cannot. You should prioritize sleeping. Of course, I'll help you get back to sleep. Let me start by making you comfortable. Here. Place your head on my lap. No, darling, I'm not going to a spell to make you fall asleep. This is a far more enjoyable way. And this is just as magical, don't you think? Yes, that's it. Just relax. This looks so comfortable. You're in a perfect position for me to dote on you. You're so lovely, my dear. I could do this all day. Just sitting here, stroking your hair, watching you fall asleep. Oh, was that a little yawn? That's adorable. Looks like my baby is ready to sleep again. Yes, my dear, let's stay here until you wake up. I'll make sure you get a nice, quiet rest. Then close your eyes and fall asleep. I love you and I'll always take care of you. There is nothing to worry about. I'll keep all trouble away. Now just relax and sink to sleep. This is just magical. Okay. Random story. With Aga again. I said that a million times, but you know, Aga manages this channel. Only woke up from his slumber just for ASMRs, am I correct? Okay. So Aga once told me when I was still up after I've done finished everything else. She actually told me about this one cosplayer that has been on her head since they first met, and that actually was really interesting because I've kind of like seen her I kind of like pictured her getting very excited whenever she gets to meet her. I think her name is Eri. I don't know who Eri is, but I'm really excited to find out. All I know is that she's been very supportive of Eri ever since they first met. And as a fellow cosplayer, I can actually understand that. I'm not really a cosplayer, but I can really picture how two cosplayers met with each other. And I think on the last convention that she had participated, I think it's already a high time for her to actually convention a collective, as far as I'm concerned. She actually just told me about that, so don't know the full details. But if my assumptions were correct, it means the collective. If I'm taking her statement into account, or like her website into account, because she's been making websites for ages. It was like the Cosmerias or something like that. I don't know. I'm probably not making an educated guess, but if you want to learn more about this whole shenanigans, I'll have a link here in the chat so you guys can check it out. There we go. That should keep it going, I guess. I don't know if I have my bags on my hands. It's already a Sunday. I have 2 streams lined up here. Which the other one is Kabalakan, and the other one is the final episode of Vidaiba for this event. But if you want to check out more Vidaiba, Aga can always take my case and just put it on her channel if you want to. Just go to Twitch or YouTube. It's the below. And in fact, she's actually watching this stream with us, so say hello. Anyway, back to part 8. We will be concluding this with part 8 of this. And I don't know if that actually should be the case in here, but let's go ahead and complete this with precautions. So this is now a few weeks or few months after the first attempt, correct? So, hey sweetie, I've seen you grow splendidly as a magician. Now don't get me wrong, I'm proud of how well you are doing. But lately there has been a problem. Well, the problem is the spells you have been trying recently. They've been more advanced and difficult. You've been trying to do things like conjure thunderbolts and transform animals, right? The reason you're failing at those spells is because of my phylactery. It is protecting you from potential harm. The spells you're practicing could backfire if they are not performed correctly. So for example, if you conjure a thunderbolt, you can turn it to a weird direction and accidentally hit you. Shadow Ray stops the magic to keep you safe. Oh darling, that is completely understandable. I do want you to continue practicing magic. However, we should make a safeguard for you. And I know the perfect safeguard, namely me. I can supervise you while you practice. That way, if something goes wrong, I can intervene and stop the magic before it hurts you. Yes, I test spells on my own as well. Plenty of those could harm me too. However, there's a big difference between you and me. You are mortal, I am not. If my spell backfires, I'm only hurt and I'm almost knocked out for a while. If your magic backfires, the consequences could be catastrophic. Oh, sweetie, I'm not exaggerating. Magic is very powerful and can have lethal effects. For instance, what if a teleportation spell went wrong? Your molecules could be spread out across the earth and might fail to perform a vital organ. That's when you need me to stop you before such things happen. Yes, I practice magic without someone backing me up too, and I take a risk doing that. But that risk is far lower than the risk you take if you try new spells on your own. Still not convinced? Then let me convince you a little story. A long time ago I was studying alchemy. During that time, scholars were racking their brains trying to turn lead into gold. It seemed impossible, but I figured that with magic it could be possible. It wasn't easy and took many attempts before I managed to do it. In the beginning, I only managed to give lead a gold color. My next few attempts just heating the lead, which might be the first time that happened. But my final tries would be far more painful. Lead would turn into a gas. Back then, we didn't know about lead poisoning. I remember getting very sick and spending many days in bed. Later, my friend told me the sickness got the better of me. It took a day for my body to reform. If I hadn't been a leech, such disasters would have been the death of me long ago. Oh dear, you look very pale. Sweetheart, don't be scared. I promise nothing dangerous will happen to you. You don't need to be feared using your magic. I am here to keep you safe. Darling, you are so trembling. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to frighten you. Is there any way I can reassure you? You want me to know how other human mages take precaution when testing spells? To be frank, they don't, darling. Most mages are not as powerful as you or I. Their spells are simple and limited to do little things like levitating a small object or turning sand blue. The witches and wizards on our level have turned into liches centuries ago. You're quite unique in that regard. It reminds me of myself. Before I became a lich, it was a struggle to learn new spells before, because hardly anything was known about magic. I had the same risks studying magic than you do now. Luckily now, you can avoid that risk. No, don't think that. It's not a burden to help you with this. In fact, I'd love to help you develop your magical potential. Besides, it gives me an opportunity to spend all day with you. I won't be distracting at all, I swear. I certainly will not be flirting with the person I'm madly in love with. I'm sure nothing romantic will interrupt our training sessions. Okay, yes, we can start tomorrow. Out of curiosity, what spell are you trying to learn? How to become a leech? Okay, we're back to the very beginning, just literally part 8. And actually that makes good sense of it because as a partner, you try to... Actually, you know what, I had to say it. As his partner, or as her partner, you try to make do for whatever happens when they get to the worst of them, right? They put themselves into harm. You make do for them by putting them to safety. But you also encourage them to try different things. That is the most commendable thing ever, if I do say so myself. Although I might be honest, I think the listeners here got in his head and just try to do things very hastily. But I can't blame him. I can't blame the listener for having that kind of law. I mean, he wants to do magic, he wants to do it quick because he wants to get on your level. He wants to get on the speaker's level. But my advice to the listener, or to my partner, if I were in the speaker's position, I would like to take precautions, constant precautions to my partner to make sure this does not get into his head and ultimately not fail his job at learning magic. Because afterwards, if he does well in his regards in terms of magic, And he can save a lot of people. He can change the world together with you or me. If I'm the speaker, then yeah. I would still encourage magic, but on a moderated level though. I'm the magician. I'm the most powerful kitsune in all of Landasol, and everyone knows that. But here in the studio, I am just an ASMR reader. Here to heal your soul and your mind. Even though my voice is just hoarse anyway, but it's kind of like on a voice level, if I do say so myself. But I'm not really on his level, if I were to say it. But it is a start. Once again, thank you so much to Next Door Neighbor, aka Virtual Grade 592 for the Lich series. I will be compiling them and put them in the playlist, or put them in the description for those who are going to catch up on with this whole thing. I'm sure everyone's a bit excited for this. And of course, I won't be returning yet again, but on Aga's channel this time. If you want to learn more about her adventures or ASMR adventures, go check out Aga ASMR on YouTube. It's youtube.com/AGAASMR. Here, she actually ASMR'd a lot of different things now, including the story of the First Maria. Well, I also had my own contribution as well, with a villainess when a villainess failed to overthrow the gods by butterfly effect. Actually, I talked to the author about it on Discord, and she's very excited here. Maybe I can make a return here, but on TikTok. And I know this because Aga already has TikTok, but on her Instagram name, because her TikTok username, which is her official username, has been taken on TikTok. So if you want to find her there, go to tiktok.com/@themoon_follow. That's THEMOON_FOLLOW. And one thing you need to note about her account though is that she has Eri as one of her following, because she's been looking out for her, just like when she did to Hina during her time as a Maria, to which they still are, to be frank. So once again, thank you so much to Virtual Grade 592, aka Next Door Neighbor. Let's get back to the just chatting overlays so we can have our thoughts about this whole story so far. So, for whatever reason, that is a very commendable experience so far, and I couldn't agree more. We still need to learn magic, but on a safe level. But it's also commendable to see that her partner is trying hard on these occasions, just trying to learn magic at its own pace. But even the most advanced magic at that, only the best can do it. And with that potential, I know he can do more for the speaker, which is a very commendable thing to have. So, Aga will return back to this channel again, so I will be putting myself in deep slumber after a few moments. And once again, thank you so much for letting me in on this particular occasion. And hold on, I have my phone for a little bit. Emmy, from what I can tell, her friend Emmy is coming home tomorrow, so we'll still have a lot of time. So anyway, that is literally about it for me. And once again, thank you so much for keeping me company here. This has been such a wonderful experience, and I couldn't agree more. It is a fulfilling experience. Maybe if I could do some ASMR opportunities, I might get up from my slumber again. Not from the studio, but live from Landasol. Maybe I can do some lives in between. That would be about it for me though. Thank you so much for those experiences. And again, thank you so much again to Next Door Neighbor, aka Virtual Grade 592 for the scripts. I think I will be having them for a private recording and then just put them as a podcast. But we'll make do with Lorelei for now. So that is literally about it for me. And I know it's been a very tiring day, even for someone like me, but of course, it's still a very fulfilling experience. Thank you so much for everything that you've done to this channel. The floor is all yours for tomorrow's session. Good night.